What's up, guys? Welcome back. Man, when you are a stock market investor, 3-day weekends take on a whole new meaning.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going.
But even with the markets closed today, I'm excited for week 3 of the $50 investment challenge, where I challenge you to find $50, even just $50 every single week in 2021, invest it into the stock market, whether it be an index fund, another ETF, or individual stocks, and see how much money that you can save and accumulate even with just $50 per week. And I gotta say, I'm really enjoying these videos. It's so nice to get outside the options and get outside these advanced strategies and bring it just back down to basics. I mean, that's what my channel was really built upon, the foundation of through index funds and long-term investing. So I'm really enjoying this. As you guys know, my Discord is pretty much running the show. I pretty much pick the stocks that I want to invest in. I let them vote. I guess the plot twist this week is that I'm really not listening to them. I'm going against the vote a little bit, and I'll explain what that means in just one second. I don't want this video series throughout the whole year to just be me buying stocks and just telling you some stats about my portfolio. I want there to be a lesson at the end of the day. You guys know I'm a school teacher. There always has to be a reason why you're watching. You don't really care what my portfolio is. I want to bring you some value and education. And what I really want to talk today is my strategy when it comes to investing. How am I adding stocks? What am I adding to old stocks and old positions, dollar cost averaging, things like that? Because that's really the focus of this week. Last week, we talked about the potential risk of investing in NEO, right? With NEO Day, was it going to shoot up? Was it going to dip? And it looks like NEO was down 13.5% last week. So we kind of made a wrong decision, a bad decision, but maybe not. So we can kind of use this week to build off of that, quote, mistake that we made last week. So let's take a look at that portfolio. Let's look at some strategies. Let's take a look at the stocks people voted for. Let's see everything that we need to see going into week 3. And if you have been participating in this challenge for the last couple weeks, guys, let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious. I want to know if this is working for you, if you're making the right moves, and the lessons that you're learning throughout this process. And if this is the first video that you've seen and you're joining us in week 3, never too late, right? We all start at 0. Jump on board and let's see how much money you can save in 2021. All right, so here's the Robinhood portfolio. You can see it's black because it is Monday. The markets are closed. For those that are new to the challenge, I'm pretty much investing $50 every single week into VTI, the Total Stock Market Index ETF. The reason I'm doing that is to show that even if you're a beginner and you know nothing about investing in individual stocks, you can invest in something like the Total Stock Market Index Fund and be successful with your investing career. And we're going to see from the returns, even after 3 weeks, VTI is really holding its weight. The other one that I invest in every single week, $50 into that, is ARKK. There's so much about ARK, ARK Investments in the news, and they had every one of their ETFs was over 100% return last year. So people asked me about it, so I kind of wanted to show that versus VTI. And then I'm going to be adding stocks, like I said, that the Discord is voting on. If you want to get into the Discord chat and be a part of that voice and vote, I'll leave a link down in the description below. I think my Patreon is sold out. I like to keep it a real tight-knit community, but there might be some open spots. If not, maybe I'll open some spots at the end of the month. If it is sold out and you want me to open some spots, let me know in the comments below to remind me to go in and open some more spots. But we have 10 stocks in there right now. I'm not going to add 5 every single week, and this week is going to be one of those times where I do not do so. So since Friday, the portfolio is down 2%. If we look at the 1 week, pretty flat, right? The last week from week 2 to week 3, climb, and then we had a dip at the end of the week. The last month now, we can see that overall, this is essentially where the portfolio is at over the last month because we're only 3 weeks in. I'm up $11.38 or 3.79%. And
that's not a good return, Brad. 3.79%.
No, that's actually really good. I mean, before this stock market craze of the last even decade where everything goes up, stocks go up, I would take 7 to 10% every single year. So to get 4% every single month, that's really good. I'm actually pretty stoked on it. And as we mentioned last week, I did get a referral stock. I finally sold that off, so that's going to be my buying power. That's going to become a part of the $150 that I put in. Like I said, 50 for each of those. If you are a beginner, like I said, just 50 is fine. I'm just showing you where you could put $50 in 3 different places: stocks, ETFs, or growth ETFs, to get different types of returns, which I'm going to show you in 1 second inside my, my spreadsheet. So now that I have $150 in buying power, we can start to buy some stocks. I know for a fact I am going to be purchasing VTI and ARK. Like I said, those are going to be every single week. None of these are going to be sells. So I'm going to go in right now and I'm going to add to those positions. And we'll see right now, guys, these are plus signs. Because I am doing this long term and I'm not really worried about a % or 2 fluctuations, I'm just putting market orders in. So tomorrow when the market's open, those will be fulfilled at whatever the market price is. But for right now, they just show plus signs. Now let's talk about the stocks and which ones we are adding this week. Okay, so here's my spreadsheet that I built for this challenge. You can get this spreadsheet inside the Discord. I leave it open for everybody. And essentially, the thing that I'm going to focus on this week, and here's kind of the educational piece, is like how I rebalance things. When I'm adding stocks every single week, you're essentially dollar cost averaging by accident almost. Like everyone knows I kind of am a lump sum investor. I like to get my money in, right? Time in the market is better than timing the market. But in some cases, like every single paycheck or every single month, you are essentially dollar cost averaging. So there's things that you can look at. And this is a question I've gotten so much about this spreadsheet, is what is this red and this green column over here? Essentially what I have is I have my average cost per stock that I have, right? So right now my VTI, I have that at an average of 196. Now I have this spreadsheet call from Google Finance what the current price is, and that is $197, more than my basis. So I put a red here like, whoa, we might not want to dollar cost up our basis, so that's red, and we can see that it's 0.33. Anything that's in the green, I look at and I say, whoa, Apple, I have that at an average price of $133.56, where it's currently trading at $127. So right now, that's 5% discount on my basis, essentially. And what I've always done and what I am going to do for this challenge, even though, the Patreon is voting on the stocks, I am going to look at those top stocks, but I am always going to look at this first. I am going to look to dollar cost average down my basis whenever possible. And kind of that baseline that I use 5%. So we can see there are 3 stocks inside my portfolio right now that I'm getting a discount on my basis. And those are Apple, that is Disney, and then NEO. And like I said, this is why I didn't really worry about it too much last week. I knew with NEO, if there was a pullback, I would do exactly what I'm doing this week. I am in NEO for the long term. Like I said, I'm not going to sell any of these, but I knew if it pulled back, I would just dollar cost average down this week, and I would protect against that little bump from NEO Day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add $3 to Disney, $3 to Apple, and $3 to NEO. And the first question is, yo, Brad, $3? Like, that's nothing. Well, when I've only invested $10 into each of those, that's essentially 30 or 40% of my overall investment. That definitely will move my basis. And like I said, and then next week I can evaluate again. If everything is in the red, meaning everything is trading above my basis, I'm going to add stocks. And if I've already added all the stocks I want in this portfolio, I'll probably get somewhere between 25 to maybe 30 by the end of the year. Okay, well then I'll look and see what is the lowest, because right, they're gonna go up. We always can't buy them at a discount. That's just not realistic, but when we can, we got to. So let me go in and add $3 to Disney, $3 to Apple, and just to round it off to make it 10 even, I'm gonna add $4 to NEO, especially because I'm getting that at a 15% discount. So we see these little plus marks now next to Apple, next to Disney, and next to NEO. We can now go into Discord and see what stocks they voted on and which ones came out on top. I have $40 left, so let's say 4 more stocks at 10. Let's pick 4 out of like the tops, and we'll use the same philosophy. Let's see who's up, who's down from last week and the last month, and see what's really a good buy for us right now to enter. So here we are inside Discord, guys. As you see, I have a chat just based on this challenge. You can get in that, and then everything else in here as well. Here's where we voted. So last week I had them vote on how many stocks they wanted me to add. That was more out of curiosity. Some people, the group really wanted me to put in 2. I told them down below, guys, this was going to happen. I let them know before I even made this video that I wasn't blowing off their votes, and they would see the strategy later and they would understand what I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, guys, I want to give you guys some control, but it is my money at the end of the day. So if we look at the top voted, we had Starbucks came out on top. AbbVie was up there, Realty Income was up there, Tesla was up there, and Visa was up there. all of these stocks. So we'll look at just those 5 stocks. And essentially what I'm going to do now is go back into Robinhood, and I'll just show you what I'm going to do with one of those. And then we'll see how I make the decision. So when I go back into Robinhood, let's take the first one, Starbucks, for example. I see that Starbucks over the last week is actually trading down 3.26%. And over the last month, it's also down. So if I think that Starbucks is going to go up and it's having a bad month, then now might be a good time to get in. Let me give you the alternative. I said I'll show you one. Let me show you two. Because I looked up beforehand. AbbVie, for example, who did get a bunch of votes inside, they're actually second. I think I'm going to skip over AbbVie because we see that they're up 3% and they're also up 7% for the month. And when I did the math, guys, and when I did this for all the other stocks, Realty Income down almost 2% for the week and almost 6% for the month. Visa down 6% for the week, 2%, almost 3% for the entire month. And Tesla was down 3%, but they're up 32%. Now, when it comes to Tesla, up 32% for the month, we know that the tear that Tesla's been on forever, right? They're probably one of the YouTube's biggest hype stocks next to NIO. But getting them at a discount this month, I knew I wanted to add them eventually. So this week they're down 3%. So I am going to add that. So this week I'm going to be adding Starbucks to the portfolio. I'm going to be adding Realty Income. It would be sweet. One of my favorite dividend paying stocks, the monthly paying dividend stock. So we'll start to generate some dividends inside this portfolio as well. And then Visa and then Tesla, those are going to be added as well. All $10 each. And guys, last, I just want to finish off on this spreadsheet here. We can see I've been tracking this every single day, and there's always this debate, stocks versus ETFs. We can see, like I said, this has been flatlined because it has been a 3-day weekend and the markets are not open. But we can see right now, out of the 2 ETFs and the individual stocks, the individual stocks are down the most, down almost 2%. We can see VTI just chilling out right there at 0. ARK doing what it's going to do. It's going to shoot up, it's going to shoot down, it's going to be all over the place. But hey, probably going to be up over the course of the year. And then the total portfolio return, like I said, I'm super happy with that and what's been going on. Like I said, let me know down in the comments below what you're trading, what are stocks that you added this week. Listen, I would love to get your feedback. I'll see you inside the Discord chat if you want to be a part of that community. Until I see you guys on the next one, stay positive, work really, really hard always. Please, I beg you, just be kind to other people. Hope you have yourself an amazing day and an even better tomorrow.